Good morning, everyone. It's Rachel here, and we are doing, what are we doing? What day is it? Tuesday. We're doing what's in my box. I also put these in because I just sat and did some gluing the other day. So it was inspired by Wendy, but I never use my scrapbooking papers anymore because, as I've told you before, I always thought I had to have all these scrapbooking papers and you know, as the anchor page in each signature, and really you can just have paper, it's fine, regular paper. So I thought I'm going to go through my because I do have some nice scrapbooking papers. This is a thinner one. I don't know the name of the company. Actually I do, because I've got it here. The company, it's a paper pack obviously, but it's called oh, excuse me, I hiccuped and burped at the same time. That's terrible. I should start my video again. Sorry guys. We are in the real world. Creative Scrapbooking Paper Pack by No Greeting. I don't know that company so well. There's a little tag there. So yeah, so I'm using up that one first. It's a lighter sort of paper, and I've been backing things, and actually they're really nice. This was just from an old book. I just love, not an old, but it's like a vintage book. Love that. Oh, well, that was left over. I need to keep that on the side, those ones. So yeah, so I thought we can do things with these as well, and that's just from an Italian travel book. Let me give you a tap, make sure you're on focus. And then, oh, that's very crooked. I need to trim that one down, but just sometimes I glued them so that you could see. That's a Stamperia paper, so you can see the paper, and other ones I didn't. I just did them flush. So they all need to be completed, and they will sit in my to-do box until I get them done. But it's a great way just to have a gluing session. Here's one of Steffi's beautiful journal cards that he did recently, and I've just backed it on the Tim Holtz paper, and I think that's so pretty. Like, you could write on there if you had like a thicker sort of pen, but you could also maybe attach a photograph on there and maybe write on that side. So yeah, I did some Tim Holtz papers as well, and I will be doing a lot of this because I do want to use up the paper. I'll keep some just in case, but I do want to use it up because it's just sitting in the drawer. See, that needs backing, so we might do some of these ones that need a backing on them. That one doesn't, and that one does. We'll put that aside, but these are going to sit in that box as well until I get them done. And then I pulled out pretty much the same pile as I pulled out the other day because it was at the front last week, not the other way, last week. So we'll see what to play with in there. These are good when you have, I don't have any journals in here at the moment. When you have like I think I did one in here. A side tuck that's loose, sort of, where did I do it in this one? Here, I'm going to choose a piece, probably not that one, maybe, no, not that one, maybe this one with the script, one of these, and I'll make it thinner, or I could have even a thick one, and just glue it down there and glue it to there, and then it just holds whatever there. It can sort of sit under that, holds it in. So that's why I keep those. Or if you're making mini tags and things like that. So let's get cracking. What's in my box? We've got semi-made ephemera not quite completed. We won't do all of them. And then we've got just a random pile of miscellaneous things. Oh, I was using that as a plain piece of straw paper, but it's actually got stamping on it, and I might like to use those. Oh, I did put some plain papers up here actually. Nice vintage ones. So let's use a piece of this, and I'm going to do actually I'm going to keep that ragged edge. I like that. I'm going to, this is just a warm-up. It's a warm-up to getting things done. And oh, I might have to see if I can put one of Steffi's stamps on there or something. I'm going to be using those, guys. I warn you, they'll be appearing everywhere. Red glue. So thank you for all of your support and kind comments about Steph's new kit. Very excited about it. He worked really hard, and he's got an eye. He really does. He's actually a very good architect as well, very good at project design, and and a very agreeable sort of personality. So I'm not biased at all, am I? So that's that. We're going to have a stamp on here. There. And I'm going to do something with the edges. I'm just deciding. I think I hand cut that one. Maybe I sort of today feeling like I want to use my cutter. This is, I get asked all the time, this is a tonic. I think it was an 8-inch or 8.5-inch cutter. I bought it many years ago now. And I bought it on Amazon. And it's just a great little cutter to have on your table. I do have a really big one, and then I also have like an A4 sort of size one, but I rarely pull that one out now. If I need to cut something bigger, I pull out the big one. It's easier to get to, whereas my other one's up on the top of the cupboard. I actually could take it downstairs if I'm not using it. What would happen is I'd take it downstairs and then I'd be like, oh, I need that. I'd have to go down and get it. There, that's better. I like that more, as it is a postcard. And I'm just going to pull out, I'll pull out a few of the punches because I might need those. You never know. I don't think I want to use that one. I was going to say they don't curl. I think I'm just going to do this sort of snip for this one. Just a simple little corner snip. And then I do want to pull out the stamps, and I had them here. I just put a big heavy punch on it. Stamps and labels. Let's have a look. Obviously not the big ones. The minis would be good. And then let's pull out the mini stamps. How many did I go? They're pretty mini. Good. So we'll use one of those. Okay, I think I might like something like this sort of colorway, or that sort of colorway, that type. That one too. Okay, let me get my scissors. First I might separate. I know there's not a lot of space because I needed to fit them in, but I'm going to separate a row here. I mean, there's one, the top bit, this section here has all of the stamps, and then down here it doesn't have all of the stamps, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to cut them like this so I can start getting closer to the ones I might like to cut out. So I want to try this one. So just get your decal scissors. It doesn't really matter what pattern they've got, and you just cut them out. It's not hard, and you don't even get the white if you go close. See, they're not hard to cut out. There we go. Oh, I love that. Okay, I love that one. But I you know, it's like a toy. It's like having a brand new toy. It's my new toy. My new toy are the stamps and labels. So this one. I mean, this is quite a big decal, isn't it? Compared to the little stampy look. Just hold it there and cut away. I think I'll put that one on there. See how I've got the little bits of white? So that's where I grabbed this Tombow. Where's it gone? I just had it in my hand. I got the brush end. I'm just going to go like this. It's so nice and pale. That's what I was looking for when I was pull them out, because quite often they look really pale on the, you know, in their packaging, like the lid, but then when you use them they're really dark. But this one was good. I felt like it worked. I just tested it out the other day and I felt like it was subtle enough. Actually, I didn't do that little bit there. Much quicker than inking, although, you know, you're not going to get the blended sort of look of the inking obviously with the pen. Little piece off. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that one there, or do I prefer that one? I think I prefer, after all of that, I prefer that one. Of course I do. And then I'm going to grab, here we go, Steph. I'm using one of your stamps. Then I'm going to grab Very simple. Let me see. I have postal stamps. Let me move my glue. Oh, it's not in here. Oh, right. We could use this. And where's my ripple one? I don't know where I put my ripple one. It must be here somewhere. These are just from AliExpress. I don't know what they are. There's a number. We could use that. Postal. I probably have it flying around here somewhere. Postal small. Let's see what's in here. I don't think I had any ripples in these ones. Maybe I'll use that number, not that one. I've lost my ripple. It's there. It might be in the other drawer with the blocks. It could be. Anyway, I'll have to find it. But we'll use these. I'm just going to get my brown. Where did I put my brown ink? Over here. And I'm going to stamp this on. I probably should get a little block, but I don't want too much anyway, so I'm going to stamp that. I want to see it there. Oh, I love it. It's registered mail. There we go. I might do a little secondary stamp as well. Better there. And then maybe even a little, just a minute. I'm tapping it on the paper like I'm putting ink on it, and a little bit there. And then we might have this one. There. There we go. Love it. Okay. So that's really done. That can go on my journal card box. Oh, actually, I'll leave it out so that we can, I can photograph it. So what's next? I don't want to lose my little stamp. I'll put that on there. We might do this one. And again, this one is just going to be snipped on the corners like that. And did this one need, no, I didn't want to put in, this was not the one I wanted to do, but anyway, I've got it here now, so we will. I could have, oh, I think that will be nice on there. No, it won't stand out enough. I'm going to drive you mad with the stamps. I'm warning you now. I have to play with all of them because I've never used them before. Oh, I won't do that. I won't do that noise. I promise. I need to make myself, oh, I've got an ephemera holder for stamps, don't I? But I was thinking I might, I've got lots of little, I wanted to do it that way. I've got little books, lots of little book covers. And I would like to, make some little ephemera holders with them. Actually, I want to do that with my scrapbooking paper, so I better get that happening. The reason why I don't make a million of them is because I don't enjoy doing the whole vellum thing. I'm going to put that one there. No, over there. Up there. Up there. Up over there. I don't know why I like it on the right. There, and we might just do a little bit of stamping just with this one because we've got the circle there. Like that. And down there. Okay. Don't need much. And I'm going to leave that because I like that back. So leave it to the person who uses it. Okay. So we have her. She's not going to have a stamp. She needs something on the back because that was the front cover of the paper. So I'm going to fold that over. So it's public holiday here in Italy today, as it is in Australia. I'm not sure about other places. If you have a public holiday, it's Liberation Day in Europe. So I'm assuming other places in Europe are having a public holiday today. And in Australia, it's called Anzac Day, where we celebrate and commend our fallen soldiers that fell in the world wars that we went to help the mother country at the time. We used to call it England. We used to call England the mother country in those days. And so Australians had a great sense of connection, obviously, to the UK, and people were, in the First World War, they were like all wanting to go and join, and then the Second World War not so much, because they knew excuse me, how terrible it was. But my grandpa's brother died in New Guinea in the Second World War, so we've all, I'm sure we've all, well, a lot of us have relatives, I'm choking, have relatives that passed in that terrible time. Right, now, what will we put here? I've done that. I feel like I would like a little something here. I don't know whether I'm going to put a tab on, or I could go to my medium labels and do a wraparound. There's two. This is the PDF one, I think, the one on top. So I'm thinking I might like a wraparound. I could like this one. I mean, I could like all of them, but I think I might choose this one. I love that. I'm going to snip my little corners. It is always nice to have something fun and new to play with, isn't it? Maybe not that, not those colours. I might try the blue. Don't worry, I've cut it out. I will use it somewhere else, just in case you're worried about that. This is what I mean, like when they start to become, I start snipping out bits and pieces like that in this. That's when I'll snip, you know, my rows off like this and put, maybe have them individually like that, and then I'll put them in the label holder like so, and that's when they go in. But I don't bother cutting them all out until I really need them. There's just so many things to do, aren't there? Time is not my friend. Yes, I think this one I'll do. Oh, this audition. Could you imagine I might even go back to the original one that I chose? And that's going to wrap around. Love that. Love those sorts of little details like that. And I think that's it for that one. So I'll put that one aside. I won't do all of these because there's this. There it is. There it is. That was the original. I want to do this one. Oh, that's pretty. But I wanted to put a stamp on. Wouldn't that be nice as a tab? I'm going to put that as a tab. I might put a stamp on it as well. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay, so let's put some backing on here for writing first. I think I've got more paper here. We'll just use up this vintage tape, not this one. I can glue on that one, this one. So I'll just fold that over. It rips very easily. It's a very crunchy, brittle 1900s paper. So it just, I mean, it rips a treat. We do like the colour of it. Oh, I can glue on that one. So how is everyone today? Didn't ask you that. I hope everyone's well. Oh, I'm starting to get into a panic. Got so many things that I need to be doing. I'm going to have to write a list and start chipping it off. Okay, and then I wanted to glue that one there, and I'll back it. I could back it with the other one. I've got two printouts, don't I? No, but I'm not going to. I'm going to back it with something plainer. I will glue it, and then we'll just have the journal card facing us for a second. I'm going to have it up a bit higher, like so. Flip that around, and I need to glue something on the back. I have this lovely piece of paper. I could, let's make it a little, very slightly bigger, and then I can trim it. That there, like so, and then just do a little snip there, snip your corners off, and just trim off where you can see the white. Easier said than done, obviously. Oh, yeah, and so the boys, the band that went to New York, but it's actually the full school band, they always lead the Anzac parade down the main streets in, you know, in the CBD in Sydney, the Central Business District, the high-rises. And so Jamie was there this morning. He's the one on the, so I shared the video, Sydney Highlights, I think is the Instagram page. I shared their Insta story where they show the band, the full band, and they're in their full get-up. Really, really cool outfits. And so, yep, there they go down the streets. And you'll see in that video my nephew, the one closest to us, if it's still on when this video goes up. I think it stays on for a day. I want to try this colour. Methinks. You knew I was going to play with the stamps today, didn't you? I'm just going to colour in just the little bits here. I'll tell you again, I think in every video this week I've said what colour this is, but I'll say it again. It is number 942. If you want a quick fix. Oh, I didn't even audition. Oh well, I'm just going to stick it on. I think this colorway is going to be good. And I'm going to stamp on it just to make it look a little bit. I don't have my wavy one, as you know, so I'll just have to stamp it with these. It's probably here. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Could be in this dish where the real stamps are. No. I don't want too much ink on it, so I'm just lightly pushing, and I'm going to, as if you'd send you probably wouldn't send a postcard registered, but anyway, I might put it sideways, like they did it quickly. Yeah, why not? And maybe just a little number off the edge there, like that. Cool, love that. Okay, let's move on to something else. We won't do any more of those. I'll finish off my little macchiato that I made. Okay. Oh, I stuck my arm in the glue. Let's pull these sleeves up. I don't want to dirty this top. Okay. Right. Having fun. What's in my pile here of any interest? Here is, we played with those last week, didn't we? Here's some, see, here's a, this is a Scrapberry. It's a, I think it's Italian, Scrapberry brand. I think I might just have that as the plain side. This, I'm wondering how it would go. It's very bright for me. It's very colourful, I want to say. But I was attracted to it because I love the birds. So I'm just wondering if I were to maybe put something like that. And then, or maybe a different paper, maybe not that paper. And then have, oh, that paper's pretty. Have maybe some sort of label on it. Yeah, stick something like that there. Just take away a bird. I'm going to take out a bird. I need to make my glue up higher. 16 degrees today. There you go, I'm like a weather person. And then I'm going to choose a label. Do I want a big one? Could have a big one. Just looking at the colours. Not those colours. See, the big one would cover up both those birds, which I'm not sure about whether I want to do that or not. Do I want to cover up both birds? I'm going to cut out this one. I don't know. I don't think I want a big one because I don't want to cover up, you know, that bird. So let's try a different one. Maybe I like a blue. Or it might be that these colours just don't work for me in my brain, because I don't usually use a lot of purples or lilacs, do I? Not that I don't like them, because I do. It's just, maybe I just find them a little bit harder to work with. I do like that. I feel like I need a bit more of a separation from the background. There's this very sad piece of paper here. That's better. That's getting better. Now I feel like I need it to be bigger. This is going to be too big though. Just try another one. It's the colours. The colours are getting me. I do like red with those colours too. So maybe let's just get this red one. I'm not opposed to red. See, look, there's even red in the paper. I'm not opposed to red and purple together. I feel like it might just not be quite the right size to have it without that. Well, that's getting better. I actually like that. Then I still feel like I need something else. Let's just try the big. Oh, that one's too big. Well, let's just try it. I might like that more. Love these labels. They were on the front of some ledgers that I have. Really gorgeous. I love the multiple line and the colour of the red that was in them. They were quite big labels. Oh, I think I like that. Do I want the book page? I might want the book page as well. Let's see. Or would I like the book page over here? I did need to take out the bird and make the label the feature. Yep, I'm going to put that over on that side. Making the label the feature. Decorating up a piece of difficult scrapbooking paper for me. Very difficult. Might not be difficult for other people because, you know, they might be a preferred colour selection, but I found those colours difficult to use in what I was doing. It's a very pretty pattern, but you get peekaboos of it. So that's that. And then on the back I want to put some sort of writing paper. That's just newsprint paper. I won't use that. Let's see what I have over here. Oh my gosh, this was tipping. That's my little scraps. Oh, those I pulled out for something with you guys the other day and didn't put them away. Oh my goodness. These are pattern papers. Plain paper. Here we go. Another piece of this. No. That's that same paper that we just used. This one. Sometimes these packing papers are a little bit hard to tear, so I just have to get my ruler. And I'm going to have that. Do I want that to go? Oh no, then I'll cover the bird. I was thinking I could do a wraparound. I think we've got enough going on really. So I'll put that there. I keep check of the time because it is nearly that time that I have to go and prepare lunch because Lulu's at home. So Steph will be home a little bit earlier because he doesn't go by and pick her up from school. Okay, so that's that. And now I'm going to, I think I might use this one. I'm going to do the fancy corners. Just need a little bit more embellishing, and I'm wondering then, I think I'll just leave it like that so you can see there's the fancy corners there. So there we go, that's that one, and let's see what else is going to happen today. Put those over there. I'm not going to do those today because I did them the other day, last week. Got another piece of scrapbooking paper. Oh, here we go. What are we going to do with that? It's a tall tag. Tall tag. Oh, that's very nice. Scrapbooking paper, just plain. Here's a transparent. I will close that first of all. Let's just run some glue. Okay, I'm going to make this like a flip pocket that can flip. So I'm going to put a piece of, sometimes these don't, they don't punch so well sometimes. I'd be less inclined to use this. I'll use that one. I'll just grab a piece from here. I'm going to put this, sometimes they don't punch, so what I do is I always have to remember to do it is just put that in there. It's a bit thick. And having the paper on one side does help punch out the vellum. Got too much glue happening here. I just need to clean it. So I'm wondering, I wonder what this would, no, not this one. Where's one that's not going to be any good? I'm looking, this is what I'm looking for. I'm wondering if I were to put this like that. Glue on there. See, that wouldn't look so bad, would it? If I were to glue a piece of that on there, then that kind of, I think I'll use this piece over here though. I'm just going to rip that off because it's got a chunky bit of glue on it. What I'm thinking is, because if you choose, just say I wanted to put like a nice writing page here, and just say this was a nice background paper and I wanted to glue it on there for writing. Well, I was thinking you get the white, but it's actually not that bad. You don't notice it as much. So I could do a pretty paper like that. Let me just see. Where are my backgrounds? Oh, I can't find them now. I'll just stick with this one, and then you'll just see the writing paper there. Actually, I might glue it right up, and then I can just re-snip. I can re-snip that. I could even leave that on there if I wanted to. Let's just get this off the bottom and see. Oh no, I won't leave that on. I'll take that off. And then take this off. So I'm going to glue that there for writing. No, on this side, sorry, because I've got that edging there, so I want to cover that up. So I'm going to put that there. Actually, do you know what? I might snip it before I glue it, so that way I don't get glue all over my punch. That's better. I did a bigger one. It's the side I'm sticking it on, so I'm going to flip it over, put glue everywhere. And so when you take something out of the pocket, it's going to be a flip, but as I said, but when you take something out of the pocket, you'll see the script. Put that on there. It's a bit crooked, but anyway, we'll leave it. Yeah, I wish I stuck it down straight, but I didn't. Okay, and then on this side, I kind of need to decide what I might like to do. Do I want that? I could have like a nice big, I could just stick a nice big label on it up there, maybe. No, or I could put a little one there. Let's see this. Let's put that there, and then what about I'm looking for my birds. I had put them around the wrong way, so I couldn't see their label. They're sitting on top of their box because I can't leave the box out. You know, I'm limited for space in my room, as you know. And you know, I might just stick, not that one, some sort of birdie on there. Don't mind that one. Let's see this one. Nope. I want one that fills in the space a bit more. I do love that one. That's it. Do I want the smaller one or the bigger one? The bigger one. Okay, good. Let's glue those down. We'll glue this down first. I think I need to change my page, or I'll be gluing everything to this page over here and ripping it as I lift it up. I'm going to put this on first, just in case I want my bird to go over the top. And then I'm going to put the bird. It's a bit sticky. I'll go on a new piece. There we go. There's my bird. And then this, of course, is I'm gonna put some, maybe a bit of washi tape down one side. I think I want to stick something down there. Not that. Maybe something pretty. That would be nice, but I ripped it, didn't I? Here's another piece. I'm going to put that just there, or up, no, up there. I think I like it, but I wanted to cover that as well. Ho hum. Where's a big piece when you need one? Oh wait, I've got this too. This is my, oh, this one. This is what I need. That's good. That's going to cover up that problematic area that had a bit of glue. No. Okay, so that's a transparent pocket flip thing it's going to be. Like so. Okay, so that's done. Good. It's been hanging around there for quite a long time. Quite a long time. Oh, here's a little library card. I always struggle with these. So let's have a little think. I like that there. I could put that there. And, oh yeah, I'm going to put that there. I might put that there, and then I may grab another bird. I love my birds. You know I love my birds. I stick my birds everywhere. I'll tell you why I like the birds too, is because they just embellish, but they don't cover up everything. That bird's cute. Maybe I could switch it. Put that over there behind the bird. Well, then I've got that big space there. I don't like that. So that bird's no good. It's not helping. That's a teeny tiny bird. Of course, I print my birds bigger and smaller. Actually, I could even have it going this way. That could happen. Or do I like it the other way more? Oh, I love this one. Let me just try this one. Oh, I do love that. I might move my stamp down there. Move that up there. Oh, I don't think it goes over that hole. I'll just have to, I don't know what I'll do about that. I'll just have to wing it a little bit. So it is covering up quite a bit, but I do like the look of it. I just put a bit less of that up there and fold it. I'll fold it over. It's a fold over. And we're going to glue the bird on first. Don't want to rip off his spindly legs. I'm going to put the stamp down here. I'm going to stamp on it, of course. Oh, I love that. I'm going to get my little scissors, if I can at all, get in here and cut that off. Or just stick a piece of paper over it. No, I don't like that. So do I want to cut? I need to cut those off. Actually, I could have waited for it to dry and then got my hole punch. He's going to look like he's got broken legs. And that's all right. There we go. That's better. I like that better. And now we need to stamp this just a little bit. Do it at an angle there and a little bit over here. Cool. Oh, I love that. I'll have to, I've got some more of these. I think, Linda, you sent me some of these, I think. Look, I can't help myself. They've got to come off. Look at the dog's ears there. They need to come off. I really like those. I'd like to do some more so I remember. I'm just going to leave the back plain. Oh, that's my favorite today. Okay, you see why I like my birds? I love birds. I love it when you go out for a walk and you hear them chirping away. Here's a lovely old envelope. It might need some repairs. I don't know why I put that in. I'm just going to repair that quickly. Let's see if we can. Oh, I know. Ding dong. Ding-a-ling-a. Oh, that's a nice gluing piece. I can put that under there. Fold this back and then glue it. You might say, why would you bother? Because I like it. It's old-ish. 1966. It's still nice. It's got the letter in it, so whoever journal that goes into, it's still got its letter. And I'd like to put something on it. It's got real stamps, so we won't worry about putting the faux stamps on there. I probably wouldn't bother with script or anything like that. I might decide to put a flower on it. Let's see what flowers I have available to me. Or a butterfly. I found my butterfly box. I didn't find it. I hadn't pulled it out of the box. It goes in the garbage. Hopefully I don't throw them away. If I'm looking for my other little boxes, just remind me that I put them in the garbage. See, I like that. See, I'm thinking I might put a little piece of this. Need to use up this grungy paper. I'm going to put that there. I love those little numbers stamped there. Isn't that silly? But I like them. Sometimes I like to hinge these on, put them onto a cover, a journal cover. They are a bit fragile sometimes, but I do like them. That's not sticky, so I'll glue that there. Just put that flower on there. We don't want to have the address of the person there anyway. I absolutely love that. I don't think it needs anything else. Oh, what I could do, I saw it was down here. Just bear with me while I find it. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. I saw it. I'm sure I saw it in this pile here. I had a piece of the label paper that was printed with an antique letter, and it makes it look like it's old sticky tape. I would be inclined to put a piece of that on if I can find it. Oh my gosh, I kept seeing it for days and now I can't find it anymore. Here it is. Oh, look, you're probably telling me it's there, it's there, it's there. So this is transparent label paper. I'm just going to grab my cutter and cut a strip. Yeah. And you wait till you see. Just cut that off like so. Just cut a piece off. And I'm going to put that up there because this is a fragile envelope. See how it's see-through? You put that on there like so. It's just like an old piece of sticky tape. Cool. And I might decide if I had a big enough journal, I could hinge that onto something as well. On this side, I might hinge it. And let's put a little piece on the back here too. Let's do one more thing. Yeah, love that. There we go. Cool. Chuck that up there. I've got quite a few things made today. Last time I didn't make so many things, did I? Oh, they're Easter postcards. They need to be put away. They're still hanging around. Oh, here's a pocket now. Oh, it's a side tuck. Oh, long and narrow. It's going to be a side tuck. No, it's going to be a side tuck and long and narrow. That really gets me going, doesn't it? Long and narrow. We need to do something about the long and narrow issue, don't we? So let me see here. I think I might stick something like this one on. I love it. I mean, I love blue, don't I? Nice colours, Steph. Did I already have that one cut out? No, the new one. I want a bigger one. So this is a side tuck, and it's quite a long one, so I will put this down a little bit further just in case I need to trim it down for some reason. Down here. I'm going to put it down there. That's pretty. And then I'll have to figure something else out if I want something else there. So I'll try and list most of the things that I've used in the description box, just to make it easier for anyone who's new and wants to grab, you know, a kit to make something. I'm trying to be good about that. No, I don't think I want a butterfly. No, I don't think I want anything else. I think I'll leave that. Oh, you know what could be nice is just a pretty little bordery, yeah, little piece of paper. Yeah. Problem solved. And put it that way. We're going down the vertical road. Okay, so there we go. Let's just recap quickly. Oh, it's raining. I didn't know it was raining. That's the thing, the triple windows. You don't hear the rain anymore. Unless it's pounding down. I absolutely love that. That's my little side tuck. When I put it into a journal, then I'll be able to see if I want to add something else. I might add like a pretty washi tape or something like that. Decorated real envelope. Library card. I just love that. Love it. And then I love this too. This is like a vellum pocket. And you can see the script there when you take something out. So I think that's really lovely. And then postcard. Use Steffi's stamps. I'm using the labels and the stamps to my heart's content. And then this one was fairly simple. Just added the label to that and the writing paper. So, and then added stamp there, nothing on the back because I like that. And this one I did that and then added the stamp. You know what would be really nice on this one too is just a little piece of textile stapled on there. I think would be nice. I think I would do that afterwards. Oh, this one, I forgot this one. And we did this one. This was the Scrapberry paper. And it's a loud garish sort of paper in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And so I've covered most of it up, but I did like the bird. So I've kept the bird and didn't totally cover up the scrapbooking paper on the back as well. So there we go. That's my what's in the box for this week. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.